The player does slow down, but nowhere near as much. And you can see the shadows. Oh god! Come on. Okay. Ow. Welcome back, gamers. Welcome back, game designers. We are here with W.R.M once again. As you can see, we have updated our main menu once again from the last time. We had that animation from that reddish going over to the other reddish, going back over. I look neat, but ultimately we just kept that same material and put it as a background to this area here, but added in the darker color, just like we have with the same lettering here in the background, the faded text there. We still actually have the same options menu, the same main menu. Everything is here is all the same. The only thing that's different is now every time you load up the game, there'll be one of a handful of different rooms that you'll see that will show up in the game. And then we'll also have one zombie of some sort and one piece of equipment show up on every single version of this. Cue montage of all of them. And that will conclude the montage. Here we have the mine here. We can see that we have an actual 3D arted. We have a 3D model of the subway train now. And everything's looking way more textured than it was before. We'll go ahead and start in. So we have officially, I forgot to mention this, we have officially changed over to version 0.1 beta. In our last one, it was 1.32, I believe. We are now restarting the count because we're out of alpha and into beta. So now we'll be doing partial numbers until we get to the full release of the game. Here we're going to go ahead and single player it up. Alright, welcome to W.R.M. So, some quick things to note. Right there actually was one thing to note. I'm going to go ahead and hit escape and show our text here has updated a little bit. So we actually are using a different font. You can see that everything is a capital letter, even though it may not be capital size. So that's just kind of the style we're going to go for all of the menu titles here. Eventually. But that's the small stuff. Some other things to note, we have the inventory here is 10 size instead of the 8 plus the 4 for anthracite. Originally we were going to have 4 anthracite. We still only have 3, so we're just going to go ahead and change up the inventory completely. And after a few play tests, this actually seemed to be the better way to go any which way. Visually, you're going to see a much darker world than you had before. For starters, you actually get some shadows. Now the shadows are a little pixelated. We do know that. Um, we are using some post-processing, and we're using some a pipeline of graphics that is a little lower quality. So we're gonna start working on that here at some point, and there's no actual set time on that one, but it's coming soon. But everything is running pretty smooth now. You'll see that the players slow down a little bit. The player isn't. It wasn't supposed to be going as fast as they were before, but now it's actually running at a speed that seems more appropriate for the game style. Over here, we're going to see some new updated art. So this is a generator. We actually had this a while ago. We just never put it in. So now the generator actually shows up properly. And actually looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like dark here in a second. I want to show off our barrel here. Has now a little sticker on it. You'll actually see a lot more of this smaller detail as we go throughout today. Alright, so some things to note about inventory and things to pick up. In the past videos, we've talked about every single equipment selection option you have over the whole game. Now we're limiting what you can have access to in the first level. So that does mean until the game is released or until future beta releases, you don't have access to everything. The equipment and consumable slots, for instance, these two, they are going to be a lot more limited. And then your gun selection, I think we're limited to 4 different ones. I forget the actual number. But all in all, the differences in the... Oh, and then armor. We won't have heavy armor selection until later into the game, unless you find it by a treasure slot. Anyway, go ahead and grab the mine here, and let's go ahead and show off what this looks like in the dark. Boom. So you can still see it looks like it's trying to run. Obviously, it's way darker than it used to be. Still see the sticker, TV just lit up. So some things are still very similar to what they were. It's just darker. All the shadows look a lot better with post-processing. For if it's actually like a solid wall, the player looks a little janky. We do know. And I just realized that I think there actually might be an issue with some of the treasure spawners. I think some of the treasure spawners weren't always set, now that I'm thinking about it out loud. So, there will probably be an update here soon to fix that. Alright. Everything's way more textured than it used to be. Hey, zombie. Hey, zombie. Hi, zombie. Alright, I'm dead. Alright. Why aren't you... There you go. Now you're dead. Alright, so some things to note there. Whenever I shot the guy, he didn't fly across the room. He didn't stop his momentum. They are no longer doing that. And, in fact, if I go down here to this corner and I shoot up, you'll kind of see that the bullets slow down just a hair. There's been some new physics added to the bullets to slow them down a little bit and make them more visible, as well as make it so they don't shoot enemies across the room. Alright, before entering this room, just want to go ahead and mention... Oh, that actually looked really good. I hadn't seen that actually move with the shadow. That's so cool. Alright, bye zombie, bye zombie. Bye. Alright. So what I am actually going around doing right now... oh, and then we got some splatter here. I knew there was a... Okay, yeah, I knew there was some issue with it earlier, but it looks like it's fixed. Which is good. What I'm going around and looking around for is actually what's called end cap rooms. Rooms that are on the ends of any given area. Of course, this would be a dark room. Alright, I gotta show off a room. I can't see anything. Alright, well, we'll get to it another time then. The end cap rooms are the rooms that only have one entrance slash one exit. Those rooms, we've done some new ones, and I wanted to show them off to you. But they're all by random chance, so we'll see if we even get it at all. Alright, welcome back. So we have a new room here. I'm going to show this off. I picked up the rifle here that was just there. It's just a room full of the cryo explosives. We just happened to get one of the treasure rooms. That's why it looks this way. And then this is a little cool effect to show off that something is happening in that area there. Let's see what we got over here. Alright, I think we have seen this room before. Yeah, this is just the storage room. Alright, small update here on the water room. The player does slow down, but nowhere near as much. And you can see the shadows. Oh god! Come on. Okay. Ow. Alright. I'm in lots of ow. This water room does not slow you down as much as it did before. The percentage is lowered quite significantly. However, it's still very it's still crippling, but it also slows down the enemies now too, so that helps out a little bit. Alright, this is one of the end rooms that we actually used as the tutorials. This one's actually been here before. Bye-bye. Alright. So, I think this would be a great time, because I don't seem to be getting anything here on the random scale of everything. There's a whole forest. There's a lot of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and commit suicide. I want to show you the new menu for death. Ow. Alright. So this is our new menu of death. Everyone has died. So this happens every time everyone has died. So first off, it's actually the same bloody screen as we've seen before. It's just another overlay on top of the already bloody screen. So it makes it super bloody. And if you actually see, we're running around no problem in ghost mode, walking through walls and everything too. So everything is still there that way. It's just making it so that we can float around and do what we want. We hit exit here. You can see it's highlighted. And off we go. And we're off to the main menu. Immediately loads up, and here we are. So that is a lot of the new stuff that we've added. This is going to be one of the shorter videos because a lot of the things that we're seeing are, well, graphic updates. So show off the blood, the papers, the background, the wall textures are way more detailed than they used to be. All of that stuff is really quick to show, so it's not much to go over there. But still amazing, great detailed work. I know that the animations for the enemies sometimes look a little weird, because I think in particular, when you're in the main menu for the lab here, the foot, I think, drags through the ground just a little bit. So we need to have him use his knees, lift up properly. New rooms are always hard to find, so but they are there. There are plenty there. I know that the difficulty spike has been slightly fixed. The boss enemy isn't as detrimental. As you can see, we didn't die fighting him this time. And at the same time, we also didn't have to deal with heavy amounts of damage. Although we did play it on the lowest difficulty, on second difficulty, the treasure would have been higher quality and may have had a better shot, or if I wasn't just trying to use a sniper in melee combat. So there's a lot going on here. I know that multiplayer will be coming up whenever we release it to Steam. So let's talk about that real quick. Steam release is going to come after the Kickstarter. Which, yeah, by the way, there's a Kickstarter here coming up soon. We still have some more details to go over and some things to record, but stay tuned because we'll have a whole thing to go with that. Alright, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in for the next update for W.R.M. I hope you guys have a great one, okay? And before I leave, guys, don't forget to check out our new merch store. It's on Etsy, which means we actually make the tools now. So you can actually go on there and order shirts and stickers just like we had before. Downside, we don't have our mouse pad or our mugs on there anymore. But if you guys want them, we'll figure out a way to make them. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Come back next time. Peace.